Welcome to another edition of Coffee with Capril. Hey, I want to talk a little bit about travel. Now, you may think this is strange. I'm probably the only person on the planet who thought it was a great idea when airlines started charging for things like checking bags and, if you wanted a roomier seat. I thought it was actually great that they were charging for that. Okay, hear me out. The reason I felt that was great is because if you didn't care for those things, you in essence got a discount. Of course, we never really view it that way, and that's probably the way the airline should have sold it. As they should have said, you know what? If you don't check any bags, we'll lower your ticket price. But they weren't thinking like a marketing person. They were thinking like an accountant. But in truth, you do save money if you don't want the little perks. Now, that's been going around for airlines for quite some time. Get ready. Hotels are going to do the very same thing. Now, right now, if you've stayed in a hotel recently, you don't get your room changed every day. I think you can request it, but in general, they're not cleaning rooms every day. Originally, that was because of COVID. It's still partly because of COVID, but it's also because they don't have the help. But what is going to start happening is hotels, and some have already started doing it, are going to charge for extras. Like, for example, if you want the pool, you're going to have to pay for it. If you want the gym, you're going to have to pay for it. You want to check in early or check in late, there'll be a fee for that too. Don't get upset. Understand that in essence, that actually would create the possibility of staying at these hotels for less money. Now, a lot of people aren't going to buy that. They're going to say, no, I should have it even if I don't want it. No, because in order for hotels to stay in business and to provide those amenities, someone has to pay for it. And who better to pay for it than the people who are actually using it? So just be smart. Understand what it is that you want and choose accordingly. If you don't want breakfast, you may get a discount. But if you want it, you're going to have to pay for it. Same could potentially be true for clean towels. I don't know where it's all going to go, but we saw where it went with airlines. A lot of people got upset. But then again, airlines like Southwest, they kind of took advantage of it. And they still allow you to check a couple of bags, I believe, at no cost. So they're not all the same. But what's the trade-off with Southwest? Well, it's a cattle car. You go in there, you got to fight to get your seat. And if you want to get on first, guess what? You have to pay for it. So if you let the market allow people to customize their trip, I think it actually works out better. If you make everybody pay for something that they're not using, I don't really see the advantage. So just be mindful of this. You're going to start to see this more and more in travel. Don't get upset. It's just going to be the wave of the future. Clearly, the labor situation is very dynamic, and we don't even know what it's going to be like in a few years. But having stayed at a few hotels this past 3-4 months, it's a completely different experience. You're lucky if the restaurants are even open. And again, it's not because they don't have people. They don't have people staying there. It's because they don't have enough people to work. Hopefully, that's going to take care of itself over time. But don't get frustrated. It's probably just a temporary thing, or at least I hope it is. The important thing I want you to know is that if you feel comfortable traveling, you should. In fact, you may find it's a lot cheaper to go now than at other times when things get more open, or at least people are more relaxed. Now, if you're not comfortable, then don't. But having done my fair share of travel over the last year, I've been amazed how relatively affordable it's been. So all the best to you. Talk soon. Bye-bye.